welcome back to another edition of Broken Big Boy Toys. Today we're going to be working on the Cbr1000f. We actually sold this bike, and after dropping it off to the guy, bike ran, bike shifted. I don't know what happened. Supposedly this guy claims that there was no gears. I went back because I knew that wasn't the case, and actually the bike now has no gears. So I think the guy blew the clutch up. I took the bike back because I don't care. I'll take the bike back and fix it. I don't really know what's wrong with it at this point, so I'm going to pull the clutch, do the clutch on the bike. I can't imagine that a bike would blow off 6 gears without any reason. Driving into a trailer, perfectly fine. Take it out, bike starts perfectly fine. Nothing going on with it, and just the trans lets go. I don't think so. I think he blew the clutch. I think he didn't know how to ride, or tried to do a burnout or do something and crushed the clutch. So we're gonna take it apart and see what happens. Basically, I'm gonna put new disc and new steels in it. Take it apart, make sure everything's right with the bike. I don't sell anything or do anything without something running right. So like I said, I took the bike back just because I don't need a headache. As usual, follow along. We don't know if this is going to fix it, so that's part of the problem here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to pull the right side fairing. I'm not going to pull all the fairings, I'm just going to pull the right side and get to where the clutch is. All right, so far I've taken off the seat and the side cover. Now we have to get the main cover off. This piece comes off, piece underneath here comes off, and then some pop pins. Got the upper piece that goes below the headlight, and now Greg's getting the pieces that are in this splitter. So we're where the clutch is now. We have the side panel off. This is the piece that we have to get off. Clutch is behind there. Supposedly you don't need to drain the oil if it's on the side stand. Maybe a little oil will come out, who knows. I have a pan under here just in case, but I don't want to drop all the oil because as of right now we're still under this Corona-19 pandemic, which all the stores in New Jersey are closed, so I don't want to not have oil to put the bike back together. So I have at least another quart of oil that I can drop in if I lose a quart. So that's what I'm planning on doing here. There's a wire nut holder on the upper one and on the bottom one on this side. All the other ones just come off. These are 8mm bolts. It popped off. I gotta try to figure out where I can get leverage on it.
Okay, so they were right. You don't need to really drain the oil.
There's a little bit of oil on it. Might be just a little bit of overflow.
A little milky. See it?
Yeah. I don't know what that's about.
No.
That came off way too fucking easy. This is the back of the cover. This gasket has to come all off. I have a new one. I see some Permatex on that. I don't think that's factory, so I think someone's been in here. So we're gonna take off these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 springs. They should only be on with about 9 foot-pounds of pressure on it, so shouldn't be too hard to get off. I'm gonna take them off in a star pattern, slowly going. And shit, I don't know if I'm gonna do this. It's just spinning. To crack free, I just put it in gear. So.
You have new springs, right?
Yep. New springs, new pressure plates and clutch. Not that I think there's anything wrong with the springs. I'm getting some pressure from the gear shifter, so should be Tell us that it's probably the clutch. I don't know. I've never done a clutch on this bike before, so I'll figure it out. Spring that came out. When we put these back in, we're gonna have to try to compress this. It might not be that easy with the new springs. I don't know. We'll have to see. We're gonna take them out one by one. Okay. Oh. Well, that's not good. Oh, maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. I don't know. I would think that would kind of screw in, but I guess not. It just spins? What the hell is that? Well, the bearings are fine. Why would that just... We've had the discs soaking overnight in oil just to get them ready. I'm going to pull these out one at a time and just lay them in the order that they came out. That's the first one. Yeah, the steels are kind of smoked.
Do clutches normally always stick together? Because they sound a bit sticky.
Problem is, I'm not going to be able to get down much further. I need a magnet.
Alright, so there's 9 fibers and
8 steels.
And 8 steels, and we've got all of them out. Now, it's the black one, like little ring, right?
Yeah.
So this black ring right here, I don't know if I could really put, yeah, this black ring, that's the spring that they're talking about, that you gotta watch for it to pop out, right?
It doesn't pop out.
Right.
It's there. Open that bag up in here so that the oil doesn't get anywhere. I am just gonna go. This first one.
Alright, so all of them are stacked in there. Now we're gonna put on the pressure plate with the springs.
New springs.
That one.
God loves me, that's all I'm gonna say. I can get this little fucking bolt out. Like I said, God loves me. I was able to get that out and save the basket. Thank God. I'm gonna see if Lowe's is open or something and see if I can get new bolts. I can't bring this down any more than this.
Oh.
Just cleaning the gasket material off. All right, we put the clutch all back together. The bike shifts into gear. It moves a little bit, but it's got nothing there, no bite. Okay, like I said, I have no idea why this thing's not getting a clutch grabbing when we pull it out. So we're starting to just re-bleed the clutch itself on this side. I don't know what that would do, but I don't know. I'm going to change the full fluid in it, see what happens. So obviously reserve in your bleeder. So that's what we're trying now. We'll see if it works. Okay, so we led the clutch again, changed the fluid, and go ahead, move the bike. She's locking up perfect now. Like we're in gear now, and that's definitely locked in gear now. So I'm gonna bleed the clutch a little bit harder and make sure I got all new fluid in it. And I think we got it fixed. So we'll probably update the back of the video because originally we didn't have it fixed, but we'll see. Thanks for watching another episode of Broken Big Boy Toys. This one's fixed, and it's going back in the garage, getting all its body panels back on it. Thanks for watching.